I'm sitting here behind the wheel, and today I'm going to tell you about the biggest gamble of our time. We're talking about how big tech is betting trillions of dollars, hoping to rewrite the fundamental rules of the universe. But what if this whole race is just a mirage? Buckle up, because we're going to tear down the scaling law in the world of AI. Is it the real deal, or just a beautiful illusion that could crash the entire economy? Ready for a sharp turn? Let's go. You know, when you're driving down a road like this, smooth, predictable, green hills rolling by, it feels like you could just accelerate forever. That's exactly how big tech thinks. These guys are planning to dump about $6 trillion into computing power between 2026 and 2032. We're talking 150 gigawatts here. Imagine building hundreds of nuclear power plants just to feed machine brains. By the end of 2025, the whole industry, including OpenAI, will have maybe 12 to 14 gigawatts. And they want to 10x that in 7 years. It's insane, right? It's like trying to double the speed of light just by pouring more gas in the tank. This entire saga is built on the idea of exponential growth. Continuously train large language models, LLMs, and sooner or later, boom, a breakthrough. They think AI will get so smart it'll take over all research, churn out starships like hotcakes, speed up progress by 1,000 times, and make us all fairy tale rich. Basically, they're dreaming of replacing the human brain with something more efficient and taking control of the world. Sounds like the plot of a sci-fi thriller where the hero is speeding down the highway, escaping a chase, but actually just chasing his own shadow. And this whole fantasy rests on the scaling law. But does it actually work? Let's figure it out without slowing down. The scaling law is like the gas pedal in this car. It works, but only up to a point, and only under the right conditions. You take a basic AI model, give it more brains, meaning parameters, more food, meaning data, and more training, meaning compute. The quality goes up predictably. You increase the model size, and the average prediction error drops like a rock off a cliff. More data makes the model more resilient to rare surprises, like an experienced driver who knows where all the potholes are. And if you train it longer, you squeeze every drop of performance out of the architecture, like redlining an engine. The logic is simple. Imagine a kid born as a blank slate. They absorb the world through their eyes and ears, but they only remember about 5%. The rest gets filtered out. Over the years, they stack up knowledge to make decisions, weigh risks, and even invent new things. A machine is like a superhero. It swallows data instantly, millions of times faster than us, and forgets nothing. You cram the experience of an entire human life into it in seconds. We should get a superintelligence, right? Sounds like a joke. Why doesn't AI date? Because it remembers all your past mistakes, yours and humanity's. But seriously, the advantage seems undeniable. However, here's where the ride gets bumpy. We're hitting fog. At a certain level, the data runs dry. I mean high quality, clean data. Instead, toxic stuff starts leaking into the system, like mud on the windshield, polluting the whole conceptual apparatus. The model starts getting confused, interpreting the world through noise. Throwing more compute at it is useless without quality feedback. It's like driving without GPS, relying purely on momentum. And increasing parameters? If they're defective to begin with, without multi-level verification, it's like tuning a car with a blown engine. You won't go faster, you'll just blow smoke. And here's a shocking fact to keep you awake. This $6 trillion investment. It's like building a highway to Mars, but forgetting there's no gas station there. The scale is massive. Compare it to the entire planet's defense budget or the GDP of whole countries. But what if the payoff isn't there? We're racing forward, but there might be a cliff right ahead. Here's the main paradox. Despite all this massive scale, modern LLMs are an evolutionary dead end. Architecturally, they are limited. They don't have self-learning like we do, where we correct ourselves on the fly. There's no dynamic balancing of parameters, no hierarchical connections, no cause and effect chains. They don't separate what's important from the garbage. They don't plan. They don't set goals. They aren't motivated. And they have zero intuition. all the things that make the human brain a masterpiece. LLMs are cool in the static world of the past, where all data comes from books and the internet, where things are predictable. But in the dynamic present, full of surprises, they get lost like a rookie driver in a storm. There's no improvisation in a complex, contradictory world where answers aren't just black and white. Picture this: you're driving down this road, and suddenly, a deer jumps out. A human instinctively brakes, assesses, maneuvers, an AI. It freezes or crashes because that scenario wasn't in the script. Joke time. AI is the perfect passenger. It knows all the maps. But if the road changes, it just says, "Please reboot me." This is the conflict. We're chasing superintelligence, but we're building it on a foundation that can't support it. The economic impact of these trillions might turn out to be a total dud, not a breakthrough, just a faster calculator that won't change the laws of the universe. Don't chase the mirage of quick riches. Invest in what stood the test of time. This scaling law is just like our drive today. It promises infinity, but reality sets the speed limit. Maybe AI will make us richer, but only if we add the human factor, creativity, ethics, and real wisdom. What about you? Ask yourself a tricky question. Is it worth going all in on this race? Or is it better to pump the brakes and think about the real path, the one where people, not machines, are in the driver's seat? Thanks for riding along with me. Hit subscribe if you want more thoughts on the road. See you at the next turn.